Hi everyone, my name's Christine Palmer. For those of you who haven't met me, my apologies that I'm not there with you in person, but I'm actually at another conference for Sydney Central Coast who's asked me to go and share with them about the ministry that I do and how mission, evangelism and preaching impacts the different way that we're doing church down in southwest Sydney. So I am ministering with Suburban Seeds, and that's what I'm here to share with you about. Suburban Seeds ministry happens down in southwestern Sydney, and it takes place between Narellan up through to Leppington. It's the new growth corridor in southwest Sydney where there's going to be a big population moving in. One of the things that the presbytery has asked us to do is create a uniting church presence amongst that community. And one of the ways that we do that is through what we call a relationships first model of ministry, where we listen and love the community, serve the community, build relationships, build community, share Jesus, and see what shape church takes. So we've been doing a lot of listening and a lot of learning and serving, and we're now sharing Jesus, and it's exciting to see what God is doing. Our vision is to grow life-giving communities that connect people, faith, and life. Last year, I shared a story with you about a woman who was baptized as a result of the relationships that we built with them coming to talk to us and meet with us, have Bible study with us, and then them deciding to follow Jesus. Well, what's even more exciting is that family then connected with another family and said, "You really ought to know more about Jesus," and connected them with us. We were able to meet with them a few times, but we realized they lived quite a bit further away, and it was important for them to connect locally in their community. And we connected them up with Turramurra Uniting Church and Reverend Phil Swain, and they started to meet with him for Bible study. And just last week, they were baptized. So it's exciting that people who've become disciples here have then discipled and shared Jesus with other people who are now become disciples and followers of Jesus. So what else has been happening at Suburban Seeds? Our playgroup continues to grow. We now have a reach with 2,000 families with our social media, people that have joined our Facebook community. We also have 100 new families that came along to our playgroups last year, and we were able to engage with them. We have families now who are helping us with our planning of crafts and getting a sense of belonging in being involved in what goes on. Our new playgroup coordinator who began with us has been helping us develop our social connections with our families. We now have a social Saturday once a term for families to connect on the weekend if they can't during the week, and to stay in touch if they've gone back to work. And we also have an adult dinner club where the parents can come out for dinner and have a chance to connect in a greater way with one another. We continue to offer a Christmas and Easter event where we're able to share with them the Jesus Easter story and the Jesus Christmas story, something which some of them have not heard before. And it's been a great way to connect with a diverse group of people in our community. Having a playgroup assistant has enabled me to shift some of my focus away from the administration of the playgroup to being able to focus on how do we connect more deeply, build relationships, and create space for conversations around spirituality and faith. We have continued to meet for Bible study with a family and continue to help them grow in their faith. And we've experimented with some other ways of meeting with some families that have showed interest in faith. One was with a meditation group for mums. And over time, though, we realized that wasn't working for some of those families. And so we've now shifted that. And we're now offering a Sunday morning breakfast regularly with some families who've expressed an interest in exploring faith. So that's a really exciting thing that is happening at the moment, and we're looking forward to those conversations and opportunities to help people explore and ask questions about Christianity. We have a deep breath group that we continue to do, which is online, and also offers some in-person gatherings. And it's a spirituality group for people who are of all faith and no faith, thinking about life and what does life mean. So that creates a space for them to have those conversations and to think and reflect on their life. Last year, another experiment was to run a retreat, a mini retreat where people could go away for half a day and have an opportunity to reflect on life. And our topic was living well with anxiety. And it was great to have 8 people come along and join us for that morning and participate in discussions, as well as have some time out for themselves. It's been great too, in being part of our community, to be invited into the lives of people in different ways. Because of the relationships we've built, we've had families ask for blessings on pregnancies, on bringing babies home. It's also as well inviting us to perform our wedding ceremonies. So it's been lovely to be seen as somebody that is part of their lives and invited to share in those significant moments of life. We've also continued to experiment with the different ways that we engage in the wider community with community organisations. We have continued to coordinate the Kids Hope program in partnership with Campbelltown Uniting, and we are in the process of handing that program now over to them for them to continue running by themselves, which will free me up to continue working on how do we engage our own community and create spaces for conversations for faith and life. As part of our community engagement, we work with the Benevolent Society, who coordinate 5 different family events throughout the year, and they invite different community organisations to come and provide activities and to let the community know what is around for them to be part of. So that's a great opportunity to participate and be part of our community and share with our community some of the things that we're involved in or that they might like to be involved in with us. We are also working on our partnership with Uniting. We often have a Uniting family worker come along to our play group when they're able to, and to help support the families so people can get to know the Uniting support worker and know where they can go if they need some support with something to do with family and family life. I wanted to share with you 5 outcomes that we're working towards in the next few years. You'll forgive me if I read them to you. What we're wanting to do is shift people from becoming attendees to having a sense of community and belonging. That's our first focus, building a sense of belonging. The second is we want to deepen relationships and community beyond the preschool years, so that people are not just attending playgroup and then moving on, but remain part of our community in different ways. The third focus that we are working towards is that local families have the tailored support that they need for the challenges that emerge for them. Our fourth outcome is how do we increase the number of people in the Suburban Seeds community that feel safe to explore their own spirituality and feel comfortable having faith-related dialogue. And the last outcome is how do we increase the number of people in Suburban Seeds community that are exploring Christian faith, and also those who are actively engaged in the journey of Christian faith. So that's some of what we're working towards as we minister here in our community and continue to look for what God is doing around us. We ask for your prayers. It's not easy at different times, whilst it's a privilege to be part of our community and to see what God is doing. It's also challenging in that families are busy. You probably know what that's like. So how do we do this in a way that connects and fits with the life that families are living too? Funding is also a challenge. How do we maintain funding so that we can continue to be part of this community in different ways? And one of those things we're looking at doing and thankful for is a grant that we received from the Epping Uniting Church and we are going to be using that to employ a part-time community development worker who can continue some of our community work and help us work towards some of those goals. So that we have our playgroup assistant helping with the admin, myself working with how do we deepen and create space for faith conversations in life, and a community development worker that can help us continue to engage with our community and listen to them well. So please pray for us as we continue in the ministry here and working alongside what God is doing. Thank you for your support.